Welcome to the Music with a Message series brought to you by the Seattle World Tour as part of our Winter Food Drive and Fundraiser. I'm Taylor Hart from Respect My Region, and today I'm sitting here with Remember Face.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
I sort of remember your faces.
Yes, yeah.
I feel like it's been forever.
It has.
It has. So for those who don't know, could you two introduce yourself and say what role you play?
I'm Chima, vocalist.
And I'm Andy, and I produce and design and what have you.
And everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys have been working together for quite a
Years.
while
I'll say
now.
a decade.
Yeah.
Right? Well, maybe a decade.
Probably a decade.
With
Yeah.
numerous other groups.
Yeah.
Obviously with New Era.
Yeah.
And just been working on shit for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So how has this past year been for you guys?
Slow.
Yeah. I think you already know.
To say the least, yeah. I feel like, I can only speak for myself, but I've been on like work mode recently and just trying to get as much as I can get done, just because I'm in the house all day. And so, but when it comes to like trying to make music digitally and not together, it's just really hard.
Yeah.
Especially because me and Shima, like, we've made most of our music in the same room, like that day, working on some weird stuff, and we and him just vibe off each other that easily. It's so hard to do that virtually.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's been tough. But at the same time, we have been getting stuff accomplished slowly but surely. And at this point, we're not in any rush. We want to put our best foot forward and make these songs that we're making really matter and really count. So I would say we're working slow, but it's quality over quantity at this point.
Yeah, and I feel like everyone's probably in the same boat, just trying to do what they can.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. So have you guys felt any surges of creativity at all during these times, or has it just been kind of sort of in the background working on here and there?
I mean, I don't know. It's just been crazy. Like, you just think about what everyone's going through, and you just like can't complain. You're just like, damn, I'm able to create. People are trying to, lock down a job. So it's just kind of. I mean, I definitely create when I can, but it's not like you're saying. Like we just pretty much just take our time. I mean, people are not doing so good out there,
Right.
So
Yeah.
I just can't complain. I work as a nurse, so it's just like I'm able to work and everything, and it's tough, but I feel it's tougher for people who aren't able to lock down something.
For sure.
Yeah, I would say that I would definitely mirror that too. I feel like I think me and him we're in pretty good positions right now that we have a job.
Yeah.
Right.
And we've a house and shelter and stuff, and able to eat, and so it's like it's sometimes hard to find motivation in like what's going on right now, because it's hard to find sometimes happiness. And not to say you need to be happy making music,
But we're motivated by the people.
but exactly.
When
And
the
so
people are
it's hard.
suffering, we're kind of
and so
feel that.
exactly.
Yeah. So for the work that you guys have done, are you guys working towards a new project fully? Or is it just like some singles that you guys are working on?
We're just trying to be flexible and do the smart thing and just stack and then decide what to do with that.
Yeah. I think that we're just right now in a mode of just creating and not putting any like label or barriers on it. Not saying it's an album or singles. We just want to create and then go from there. Have like an arsenal of work, and then we can start actually having a plan for each song or an album or an EP and videos and such. So I think this pandemic also has given us the opportunity really to step back and to like take our time.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah. Have you guys grown together as far as like your process of making music? If you've like been doing like either virtual kind of work through with things, or has it hindered your guys' processes at all?
Honestly, I think it's hindered. Like you said before,
Yeah.
like we vibe off each other like when we're there in the same space.
Yeah.
And I know you tried with your other band virtually.
I'm in a band with Suts and we've done a lot of stuff virtually, and it's been working because all members of the band are capable to record and send me recordings, and I'm able to like build it up in my DAW, which has been great. But me and Chima are just a different dynamic. Like we really thrive together in a room. Put us in a room and like a keyboard and some like random instruments for like 3 hours, and we'll come up with like an album. And it might be some weird shit, but like that's cool. It's fine with us because we love that weird shit. So, like I said, us being in the same room is like that's where the magic happens.
Yeah.
And so it is difficult, but right now we have a lot of stuff that we are working on. This song that we did today is brand new, haven't released it yet. So we obviously have a lot of stuff in the vault that we're working on, and we're just kind of slowly but surely doing it.
Well, it's super exciting though that you guys are still working on anything. I would have hated to hear, oh, we're not going to work together anymore. For all of
we were
this,
announcing
so.
we're quitting and all just right here. Yeah. Totally.
It would be very heartbreaking for sure to hear. So I'm happy that you guys are able to still continue to create even with all of the stress of life going on throughout this past year. I know you got married this
Yes,
past
I did.
year.
Yeah, she got married.
Yay. Congratulations. How was the process of getting married in a pandemic?
My wife did a lot of work. I don't know how she did it, but she did all the work. I try to help out where I can, but I don't know. She was in grad school, just finishing grad school at the same time, and she just did it all. She was stressed out, but she's a superwoman.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Were you guys able to like virtually have any family?
Oh yeah. We had
or even
We were all on,
Yeah.
whole virtual. It was like I think we had like some family, like immediate family that was with them.
Yeah.
And then then it was like 50 plus that were on a Zoom call.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And it was fun, yeah.
So do you guys have any thoughts on ways that we could potentially help the community and help them so that people aren't experiencing homelessness all the time?
I feel like voting the right people in the office, like Nikita Oliver. I mean, someone who's always with the people, someone who knows the people. Whereas the other person, things aren't just going. The resources aren't going where they need to. Even the research is not being done by the right people. And just tax the rich.
Yeah, I would say, building off what Chima says, like, leadership, it definitely starts at leadership, but also like reallocating funds, like 100% defund SPD. Like they don't need that much money. It's just like, and also saying taxing big corporations and taxing the rich. There's no excuse why there's homelessness like there is right now. It starts with the economy, and it starts with how we're running this city. There's more than enough space to house every homeless person in Seattle, and so there's no excuse.
I mean, I go past on my way in people sleeping outside of empty buildings essentially.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause all of the retail downtown is pretty much gone. Office buildings have been, people are working remotely now, and people are sleeping at the base of these buildings, on the street, in a tent, on the sidewalk, and sleeping at the base of Amazon buildings all over as well. And Amazon's grown their wealth tremendously and don't pay a cent in taxes for it. So if we could tax the rich get that going, I 100% agree with that.
There's empty buildings everywhere.
Everywhere.
And this is even before the pandemic. Mm-hmm. I know this would never happen in an area like Overlake, but like you go to Overlake, that huge Sears has been closed for a year plus two.
Yeah.
That could easily be a place where housing homelessness, what have you. But it's just like those type of things like that are sitting there, not being used, and it's sad that
it's pretty twisted when you just sit back and think about it.
It is twisted. Yeah. It's proper for people all day with this country, and so like I said, there's no excuse not to have the funds for this.
Do you guys have any hope that with a new administration in office that things like maybe renovating empty buildings into housing might happen, or things like taxing the rich might happen, or anything to even try and address? I think I saw something about them trying to address homelessness. But
Yeah, I mean, we could try to be hopeful, but it's just, it's all about money at the end of the day. So it doesn't matter, who's in there, but I mean, we can be hopeful.
Obviously, it seems like been more of a change from the last administration. But even when it comes to just like the basic principle of stimulus checks and how that has been, promised to us, and that's something that now is, possibly people that don't have that make over 50K won't be able to have that, and it's just weird. So it's like you kind of have put your faith in some kind of like some type of hope or light, and but you gotta be skeptical about all politicians and
All politicians.
and their agenda,
Yeah.
because their agenda is most likely not going to be in line with communities, especially communities that are not as rich as, let's say, Overlake.
Right.
Yeah. If you're clear as mud, you're sketch.
Yeah.
100% would agree with that. So any final thoughts that you guys might have, or any just like last minute closing things that you guys might have to say?
I just think that everyone should think about their neighbors and people who aren't doing so well. If you have the money to give it, I even see somewhere where if you're getting sent, I don't know if it was NPR or something, but if you're getting sent those stimulus checks and you don't need it, some people are like giving it to people in need. I mean, and that's really dope. If you could do that, afford to do that, if you could give to your neighbor, this is like the time to do so. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that is a great way to end it, honestly.
Absolutely, yeah. Beautiful. Cool.